We weren't supposed to be here, on a family trip in the Philippines. It was only meant to be a layover. Originally, I had planned for us to visit Japan, but then COVID-19 started being reported a lot more in the media. My wife TJ tried several times to get Philippine Airlines to rebook our tickets. The fees were astronomical. We'd also booked through Budget Air, so we'd have to pay those fees too. 30 hours before our flight, Philippine Airlines announced that they were waiving rebooking fees. TJ called again, and they said that Budget Air would have to make the change for us. We called every Budget Air office we could find. They all had a voice recording saying their offices were now closed, even though it was during business hours. We were faced with losing our entire trip. Instead, I decided to take the family to the safety of a remote tropical paradise. If we only knew how hysterical things were about to get.
Kenzo's been such a good boy.
I saw her at the check-in. She captured my attention. A sudden glance beckoned, a fruitful interception. She said, "Aren't you an author? Pardon me, I beg to differ. I'm just a man with words. I'm just a man with words. I'm just a man with words."
Good morning from Boracay Beach. It's like 6 in the morning right now. I just went to 7-Eleven. Get some waters. I'm already sweating. It's so hot. It's so humid. It's looking like it's gonna be a beautiful day. A little bit of the beach back there. Yeah, it's the height of the coronavirus epidemic at the moment, and TJ and the kids are sleeping right now. They're fine. Like, we're all fine pretty much. So I'm just getting hydrated. So I'm just gonna head back now. Maybe we'll come back for a swim later. Breakfast time. Breakfast is free at our hotel, so it's included. Check it out. And we are the only ones in the restaurant at the moment. It's pretty gay. I don't mind. It's cool. Bit of rooftop action at the pool at Aloha Boracay. This is where we're staying. And check out the pool. Hi, Kenzo. Wait for Poppy. Poppy will take you swimming.
I'll just sit here.
Mommy will help you.
It's so nice.
So nice. We've got the pool to ourselves right now. So nice. Kenzo's having so much fun swimming right now. After swimming, we went for lunch across the road at the Hughes shopping area. It was here that we received our first inkling that things were rapidly changing due to COVID-19. TJ was chatting with the hostess and learned that the entire plaza was shutting down until further notice beginning tomorrow. Although there were no reported cases in Boracay, there weren't enough tourists for business. White Beach at Boracay, just here with the fam. We just had some great kind of Indonesian food just right by the hotel, but they're unfortunately going to be closing until April because of this whole coronavirus thing. So we really feel for the business people. They're all going to lose work and things like that. So this coronavirus is really affecting the economy here in the Philippines, definitely. We didn't expect it to be this serious lockdown. We're here doing our thing. We forgot Kenzo's nappy. We forgot his swim trunks, so he just has a nappy. That's all good. He's potty trained. Having fun?
Was that fun?
We're at this really cool barefoot kind of restaurant that TJ found right by the hotel. We're all barefoot. Real traditional kind of Filipino food.
Stay in your seat, or else we go.
It's great to be back.
Stay
Finally,
in your seat,
Boracay. The temperature in this restaurant, even though there's no AC, is just incredibly perfect. And I know TJ was saying that this is like her favorite kind of place to kind of like live in. It's a style in the Philippines apparently. Aren't you a bit big for that now?
The best cut.
Mommy, which one is the sweet one? It tastes good.
Yeah. Here, have some of this.
The food's starting to show up. Look at that. That's lechon kawali, the tomahawk lechon kawali they call it. Amazing. So it's basically like pork belly.
Like a ceviche. Like a kinilaw.
Wow. Sinigang. Rice.
I'm eating juice wrap.
Adobo. Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, and adobo. Oh my god, I got a lot.
A lot of food. Thank you.
Food.
Yeah, do you want to try the soup?
We may have ordered too much. Adventures with TJ. I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yes, baby. Yeah.
There was too much construction and karaoke at our hotel, so we left and headed up to Station 1 to a huge resort called Fairways and Blue Water. Driving up, we could see that many places were now closed or under construction, but we had no idea at this point that we were now trapped on Boracay. The resort happily checked us in for 3 nights. It wasn't until we went for dinner when TJ was chatting with the waitress that we learned Cataclan Airport would be closing down the next day, and there were no longer any direct flights allowed to Manila. President Duterte had also issued a mandatory quarantine lasting until April 14th. The pools and restaurants seen here would be closed from the next day on. We were now essentially trapped in paradise.
We made it to the pond. Hooray!
Oh, do you have my mini one?
So what we're gonna do right now is go to the Department of Transportation. We've received word from the Australian Embassy and other sources that we really need to check with them as far as being transported out of this island. So we're hopeful at the moment, but yeah, the past few days has been super heavy with like just trying to find ways out of here commercially, and also with the help of the embassy and the local government. But actually, we haven't been getting through. So we'll see where that takes us today. We'll go there now. Do you know if we can be put as priority?
Here we go, half price.
Hi.
What's this place
Yum
called?
yum. Feliz.
Feliz Navidad. Wow, we got the paella as well. It looks amazing.
I want to eat it.
Half price everything. Boracay's closing down. So all the food at this hotel is half price because of the coronavirus. Everybody's checking out and the hotel's closing down for a while for the quarantine period. So all the food's half price. Shout out to Yannick and Candace for telling us about the half price deal here.
So this is the beautiful Feliz Hotel where we just had lunch. It's pretty nice. And it's right in the D-Mall Plaza. Time to have a mouthwash.
You coming? Okay. Boracay, the new Boracay.
Another day stranded in paradise. Here's the sunset. Still very grateful to be here and to be together and to be well.
The next day, we received word that our family had been selected for the sweeper flight to Manila for the following afternoon. We faced the possibility of being trapped in Manila or to just stay in Boracay. Hello. Tropic Boracay. About to have some lunch.
Wait.
Yummy?
I'm gonna eat this. You know what that is?
Watermelon.
Orange.
Drink your drink.
That's what was the watermelon.
Cheers. Cheers, Marco.
Cheers.
Cheers, Kenzo. So the latest now is the Department of Tourism has some recovery flights for foreigners on Boracay. So we're gonna try to get on one of those flights. But the sketchy part is once we get to Manila, how soon can we get on a flight to get back to Australia? And if we have to wait, do we wait in the airport? Or are we able to check into a hotel outside of the airport? All of that stuff is up in the air. Nobody really knows. They're saying everything is on lockdown in Manila. It's honestly not really a place that I'm rushing to go to right now because look where we are. I mean, this is where we are. Look. You know, the vibe here is chill. Everyone's aware what's happening in the world, but everyone's just high vibes. I love it. People are so nice, understanding. Everyone's trying to be clean, practicing social distancing, practicing hygiene. You know. Here you go, Kai. Here you go, Kai. Kai, love him some watermelon juice. This watermelon juice is so good. Is it good? You love the watermelon juice?
Yeah.
Food just arrived.
I want my soul.
Yes,
I want
you
my
can.
soul.
Sure can.
Thank you.
Vegetarian sisig. Chili cheese dog for Kenzo.
Oh,
Pesto pasta for
oh,
mommy.
you don't want you.
I got one too. Seafood marinara.
I saw her at the check-in. She captured my attention. A sudden glance beckoned. A full deception. She said, "Aren't you a doctor?
Oh, you did it. Oh.
I'm just a man with words. I'm just a man with words. I'm just a man with It's a reminiscent love song, one that always goes wrong. It's a reminiscent love song, one that always goes wrong. One that always goes wrong.
Slippery?
I got him, okay?
Philippines.
Shut. Open and shut. Open and shut.
It would turn out to be a huge mission leaving Boracay. The ticketing office was overrun by tourists who had not been scheduled for the flight but were desperate to get off the island. Everyone seemed unsure of what was going to happen next or if we could even get home. Upon landing in Manila, we went to the Department of Tourism office. They hooked us up with a ride and a discounted price for the Hilton. To our amazement, there was absolutely no traffic in Manila. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Might as well show you the new crib at the Hilton. Come on in. Compliments, mate. Compliments. Hi, Kenzo.
I'm going around and around.
Going around, around. I think this is 5-star accommodation. I'm not sure. The room's nice.
Yeah.
You like the room, Zoe?
Yeah. Just taking away.
Tonight's dinner is brought to you by Jollibee. Super hectic today. We might be here another night, so let's just do it.
Baba. Bye.
We stayed 2 nights at the Hilton with a lovely view of a swimming pool that no one was allowed to use. Again, there was absolutely no traffic in Manila. The only flight home to Melbourne was via Hong Kong. The day before, we learned that Hong Kong would be closing its borders, even for transiting visitors at midnight. Our flight was scheduled for 5 minutes after midnight.
Okay, so this is it. We are boarding the flight to get out of Manila. Just thankful that we were able to get a booking. It was actually quite hard to get a booking. Like when we first tried to book this Cathay Pacific flight, we went all the way to the end to where you put your credit card details, and then it just went to a blank screen. So that's really nerve-wracking. That's actually happened to us more than once in this trip. It's like booking flights has been nerve-wracking. But anyway, here we are now. We're ready to board. Hopefully all goes well.
Layover in Hong Kong. Just making the midnight curfew. Trying to get back to Melbourne. So hectic. Watch your step. You throw your mask on the ground.
Because I don't want it anymore.
What are you serving?
I'm serving treats for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
We can have time.
Come.
Here's a bowl and here's some food. Chicken food.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy your video.